Hey, Sea Dragons. Mr. Phillips here. I got some info for you about map testing. Map testing's coming up, and we've figured out, we think, how to do it in a distance learning format. So I'm going to go over a few particulars to help you through your map testing process. Starting off, map testing, as we do every year, is meant to measure PVUST students' learning. It doesn't mean that you're a good student or a bad student. It just figures out where you are right now and helps us to inform our teaching practice to better support you in the future. We will have a special map testing schedule. Here it is on the screen. I'll kind of talk slowly for a minute so you can get a chance to look at it. You can see it's going to be next week, Tuesday, the 8th of September, and Wednesday, the 9th of September. The schedule for those 2 days is the same. You'll see that the schedule for Thursday and Friday is the same as a normal Thursday and Friday, as normal as any of this is, right? So on Tuesday, you'll start the day going to your advisory class at 9 o'clock like you normally would. And in your advisory class on Tuesday, you will do your first map test, which will be a reading. That'll be from 9 to 11:30. So you'll be out a little earlier than normal. But after that time, if you still need time to finish your reading test, you'll have an opportunity to sign in for uh, a continued session. That'll be with me. If you finish your test, you'll be done for the day and you can work on other assignments that your teachers might have given you to work on asynchronously. And don't forget, office hours will still be at the end of the day if you want to meet with one of your teachers. Wednesday is the same schedule, 9 to 11:30. You'll be taking a math test on Wednesday, the 9th. Same thing, if you need more time to finish, we'll get you connected to a makeup session that afternoon. Um, but if you're done, you'll be free to work on other assignments and then just make sure to check in with your teachers at the end of the day if you need to. And then again, back to our normal schedule Thursday and Friday, so you can get to all your classes that week. One thing that we often run into when we're doing map testing, even on the school site, is a screen resolution error. If you get to a screen that looks like this, you might need to adjust your screen resolution. If you're using a PVUSD Chromebook, the shortcut is right there on the screen. Look right there. On a PVUSD Chromebook, hold Shift and Control and 0, the number 0. And that should automatically reset your settings to the proper resolution. If that doesn't work, or if you're on a different type of machine, you'll have to readjust your computer's resolution display settings. So I'll show you how to do that. Oh, well, there's another picture of Bukudog. Um, Pretty darn relaxed in that photo, being his most chill self. Here we go. Alrighty, I'm going to show you how to adjust your Listen resolution. To this guy. If you're logging in to take your map test and you get an error message that says your screen resolution is not correct or your device doesn't meet the testing requirements, you might need to adjust your screen resolution. So I'm going to the testing site. You'll see my device doesn't meet the testing requirements. This is an important screen. It tells me what my resolution currently is set to, and it tells you what I need. So I'm going to have to go into settings and change the resolution to match this 1024 by 768. Really weird listening to yourself. This is the part that will obviously be a little bit different for you depending on what kind of computer you're on. On my laptop, I click on the Windows menu down here and go to settings. So whatever computer you're on, you're going to want to find the settings. This one, the key is display. So whatever settings controls the monitor, usually called display. So I'm going to click here. There's a lot of display settings. If you go down, you'll see display resolution. That's what I want. So it says that I'm at 1920 by 1080. But if you remember, it said that I needed 1024 by 768. I'll select that. It might ask you if you want to keep these settings. You've got to keep them to make them stick. And you'll notice my screen might look a little bit different now because it's in a different resolution. But that's what the map test requires for the program to operate. So let's click on the link again. And now it works. I can type in my session name, my session password, and log in and take my test. Oh, well, thanks, Mr. Phillips, for that. Really weird to listen to yourself speak over a recording. Uh, you've probably done it. I don't like it. On testing day, you'll be meeting, as I said, in your advisory, Google Meet, at 9 o'clock. At that point, you'll get instructions from your teacher about how to log in. They will give you your session name and the session password. At that point, you'll want to write it down because you'll be exiting the Meet to go do your test. We talked a lot about it, and it seems like it makes the most sense to have your Meet closed while you're in the test so you don't hear other conversations happening and you're distracted. So make sure you write down the session name and password, not the one on the screen right now. That's just an example, the one you get from your teacher. Then you'll go to the MAP testing website, test.mapnwea.org. Again, you'll be reminded of that on testing day. No need to remember that. Put in the session name, put in the password. After you click that blue arrow, you'll look for your name in a list, select your name, and then your teacher will confirm you. At that point, you take your test, and hopefully everything goes well and you don't have any issues or hiccups. But if you do, you might get a couple of errors that might look like this. It might say, oops, where's my test window? And that might have something to do with pop-up blockers. Most of your Chromebooks will already be set to the proper settings. If you get this error message, you can see right there on the screen, they give you a link, how to disable pop-up blocking. And then they will show you that dialog box that's right there. And you can see probably Chrome right there at the top. Most of us are using Chrome. So follow those directions to reset your pop-up blocker settings, but any of these might be what you need to adjust. If you have trouble during the test, if you're in the test and your computer freezes, you're running out of battery or something like that, it's okay. Just get back into the Meet. Go talk to your teacher and they will set you back up to get you reconnected to your test. So again, if your test glitches out, you're having trouble, close your testing window, go back to your advisory Meet, connect with your teacher, and they'll set you up. Obviously, we're in a testing environment when we're doing the map testing, and it's a little bit difficult to imagine that in this remote setting, but we are still in a secure testing environment. So the academic integrity policy absolutely applies to this situation. Please don't use any other resources that you shouldn't be using. You should be taking the test and only the test. And keep in mind the AJHS academic integrity policy that prohibits a lot of stuff that might be tempting on your own in an academic or in a testing session. But please do the test yourself. Do your best to give us an accurate measurement. The map test will give you some tools to do the test. There will be times when they might give you a calculator or some formulas, but those are the only resources that you're allowed to use, is what they provide for you in the testing program. So please don't use anything else that's not provided by the test. Please do your best. We know that you've got it in you. We know that you've been working hard these last couple of years. These last few months have been very difficult with distance learning. We just want to know where you're at. It's no mark on you as a person, good or bad, how you perform on the test. But we just want to know where you're at so we can help you. That's it. Sea Dragons. Do your best. Be safe, respectful, and responsible, and have a wonderful Sea Dragon Day.